Are we going? Yeah. New camera tonight, so still on my iPhone, but a new camera, so if we get any problems with it, you'll know why. Hope you're all well, not too hot. It sure has been a hot day. I don't like it too hot. So, do the giveaway in a minute before I go and watch Guido Pancaldi, a man you will all have never heard of, with my buddy here. Say hello, buddy. You're not saying anything? What do I want you to say? You say anything you like. Is that it? Okay. That's it. That's the limit of Charlie's interest tonight. Right. Yeah. Pick and place tool for somebody in the giveaway in a minute. 5 of you up for that tonight. So we'll give it a go in a minute. Our strong point hit a bit of a snag. Well, not a bit of a snag really, but just something I didn't cater for, if you put it that way. The baseboard has gone. See what you think. See what you think. Probably doesn't look too bad on this. Excuse me, it's not lemonade. But it's, you can see I put a shell hole there. But it's, you can see it a bit there, like. Bit of a nuisance, really. I didn't expect it to warp like that. Possibly what with the liquid in the paint as well as the filler, perhaps. I don't know. So I'm trying to think what I'm going to do now. Probably get another piece of MDF the same and just laminate the two together. That's probably what I'll do. It'll probably mean clipping the top one to the bottom one until it's dry, because it's obviously one's going to be flat and one's going to be a bit, so on the ends, the corners, probably going to need to clip them together, but I got spring clips here that'll do that. That's no problem. It's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Bit of a nuisance. What I should have done in hindsight, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. What I should have done in hindsight is tin foiled it first. I just naturally didn't think it would bend. I thought it would be thick enough and man enough for the job. But what I should have done was tin foiled it like we did with the Wellington command stand. I tin foiled that and then fillered on top of that, and it was absolutely fine. That's what I should have done with that. Tin foiled it, then fillered it. I would have been fine. But you live and learn. So if I do anything like this again, or this size, I won't fall for the same mistake again. I assure you of that. When we come to do the two Roman forts, I will make the same mistake again. And certainly when we come to build the medieval castle that we got, I'm probably going to do that on, I probably am going to do that on plywood, because that's going to be quite quite a construction. Well, it's going to be made out of 2 castles and 1 fortress kit. So it's going to be quite a thing. So I'm probably going to do that on plywood of some kind. But anyway, that's a way off. Get this strong point finished. Get the next batch of British Airborne finished. Then I got a little box of something I want to do. Then it'll be the 2 Roman forts. That's as far ahead as I'm looking. What we have done, a couple of oil drums. Disappointed in the fit. They weren't a very good fit at all for Tamiya. Right around the inner side of the ends there, I've had to put green stuff. And the seams down the side, they sort of overlap like that. Didn't matter which way you fitted them. So I had to do a lot of sanding. So then went over the area with Mr. Surfacer 500. Get rid of all the scratches and stuff. But they're okay now, they're done. Just a disappointing fit, being that they're Tamiya. You expect better. So that's 2 of them. 1 jerry can. Again, you can see I had to put filler down it. And 1 bucket. And the handle for the bucket broke in 3 parts almost immediately. I breathed on it. But it was no big deal to make another handle out of appropriate gauge copper wire. There you go. That was no problem. So that's okay. So it didn't matter that the handle broke. But they are definitely not up to it. Actually, I tell you, with the handle, there was no holes in the bucket to fit the handle in. You would have just glued it to the sides, which I thought was a bit poor. So I actually drilled that out with a very fine pin drill to allow me to fit the wire in. Then inside I just bent it down in. Yeah, and it's, I personally think, better than the original would have been. So, right, happy with that. And we got some somewhere here we have some barricades to put together. And also some tank traps. I think what I'm going to do, if I can find the illustration I'm looking for, which is eluding me. Here we go. You can see what they look like. Even a little illustration there of how to make some barbed wire. Shame it's all in Nipponese, but kind of everything. What I'm going to do with these is, rather than fix them permanently around the strong point, I thought what I would do is put them on separate bases, so you can add and take away as you see fit. So you can change sort of dimension of a game if you like. You can have it without barricades, or, excuse me, make the degree of difficulty for the attacking side more difficult with barricades and tank traps. So I'm going to do them on separate bases. Excuse me, lemonade. Yeah, so it's stuff to be getting on with whilst we probably wait for another piece of MDF to get here to laminate the two together. I can get on with that and the oil drums and the mini art pigeons, which are an absolute swine to put together. Absolute devil to put together because the legs are separate. Why they couldn't mould them in one piece, I will never know. Why you need separate legs on something that small, I couldn't hazard a guess. But what did help putting the legs onto the bodies was, ouch, was that and I did that with super glue. I super glued them on, but then even where the legs fit the body, you've got to fill in around it, and trying to sort of sand the filler on something that small is just one of the most difficult things I think you can ever try and put together. Mini art pigeons. Be warned, if you buy a box of mini art pigeons, they're a devil of a job, but they'll probably look good when they're done. I'm only going to do 5. I don't want it to look like Trafalgar Square or something. I just want 1 or 2 dotted on the roof. So that's another job that needs doing. But yeah, just a bit disappointed that the base is warped slightly. Such is life. You live and learn. You live and learn. And like I was saying today, you know, I'm learning as I go along with all this stuff. You know, I've had come from a modelling world. I come from a flat canvas and flat board world, painting portraits and stuff. That's so I'm sort of having to learn as I go along and learn on the job, you know. And yeah, but it's all good fun. It's all good fun, and you learn by your mistakes. You learn by your mistakes. If we never made mistakes, we wouldn't learn anything. You wouldn't learn anything. So that's, if you can read my dreadful handwriting, that's the 5 that are in for the draw. Infamy, infamy. We've all got it. We've all, ouch. All got it in for me. We won't use the machine tonight. There's only 5 of you. We'll just number 2. Who is number 2? Brush and Quill. Well done, Brush and Quill. You have won some very useful tools. Everybody should have these in their toolkit. So that's me done. Can't think of anything. Oh, I'll tell you what I got in the mail quickly before I go, which I was pleased with. Dark Age archers and slingers can be used as Vikings, Saxons, or Normans. So that gives you a reasonable time period, doesn't it? And although it says Dark Age archers and slingers, which undoubtedly they are, I see some arms there with spears. So you get a few spearmen as well. So not a bad bag to have. Oh yeah, there's one there, look. A spear. Yeah. 36 in a bag, so that's not bad. So I don't know when I'll get around to them, but they're there on the shelf if I want them anyway. So Plenty to do before then. Plenty to do before then. Get this strong point finished. The next unit of British Airborne. So if we've done all the bits on the bench before that MDF gets here, then we'll just carry on with the next batch of British Airborne. We'll do it that way. It's all got to be done. Then we've got a little box of something else, which I'm not going to tell you until we get around to it. And once we've done that, then we'll have a go at those 2 Roman forts. And I won't make the same mistake again as I've done with this. That's for sure. So anyway, it's up to 15 minutes now, so I'm going to go and watch Guido Pancaldi with my mate here. Thanks for all your comments. Thanks to everybody that subscribes and pays an interest. It's very nice. It's very nice. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, click the button down below. Then you won't miss anything. You won't miss me rambling on and moaning about different things. You won't miss the clock chiming. Invariably, whenever I make a video, tells you how late it is, doesn't it? 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock. So I'm going to let you all do whatever you're going to do. Yes, invariably, hopefully, fingers crossed, we will see you on another one as and when.